You haven't got enough money to buy my daughter off.
Nonsense.
Jaffe, apologize to Mr. McDowell.
I will do no such thing. The man is beneath me, and so is his daughter.
I don't give a damn who you are. This is America, Jack. And you say one more word about Lisa here, and I'm gonna break my foot off in your royal ass.
Check it out.
Pardon me?
Coming to America is a live-action black romantic fairy tale, drenched in comedy with a humorous perspective of the potential of Africans. Check it out. Before Black Panther had us wanting to go to Wakanda, Coming to America had us wishing we was from Zumanda. King Jaffe Jofer, Queen Aoleon,
My name is Aoleon.
Prince Akeem and Semmi, the alleged stepbrother.
Must appear to be no different than the average man. I will not say a word.
Before Norbit, Nutty Professor, or Boomerang, Eddie Murphy played Akeem Jofer in a live-action fairy tale about a prince's quest to find true love in a foreign land. That was the original name for this movie, The Quest. Coming to America just sounded a little bit better. Anyway, at the age of 21 in the nation of Zumunda, the prince got to get married. And it's an arranged marriage to preserve resources, to ensure the wife is STD free and able to make little princes.
To select for you a very fine wife. Since the day she was born, she was taught to walk and speak and think as a queen.
And it sounds good on paper, but Prince Akeem ain't with it. Instead of an obedient bride, Prince Akeem prefers a free thinker, a woman who will talk back, challenge him, and bring up stuff he doesn't care about. So naturally he comes to America. Where, you ask? The hood. He's looking for a queen, so he goes to Queens, New York. And he moves into the comical version of the Carter Projects from New Jack City. He barely assimilates into American life. Yet still goes on dates.
I hope you don't mind me coming over and sitting down. But I've been watching you all evening. And I want to tear you apart. And your friend too.
Finds work.
You know how to mop.
And even though he's horrible at hard labor, he stopped the robbery while he was on the job.
It'd be wise for you to put the weapon down.
Who the is this asshole?
Please refrain from using any further obscenities in the presence of these people.
What?
I've warned you. I'll be forced to thrash you.
Fuck you.
Freeze, you diseased rhinoceros pizzle.
Anyway, he then goes to this pro-black rally and finds the apple of his eyes.
This week is an opportunity for self-expression.
May we
And
leave
just
now?
moments ago, Randy attempted.
I have to get back to my sanitation duty.
And it's here
Have a chat.
the sweet romantic part of this classic comedy begins. Boy likes girl, girl's not interested. Boy finds out that girl has a
Yeah,
boyfriend.
rich guys get all the chicks.
He shoots his shots multiple times, courting her constantly. Literally. They went to a Knicks game and they sat courtside. Nonetheless, boy replaces boyfriend, and then they live happily ever after.
And I don't feel anyone
Or do
should
they?
get married out of obligation.
You're right.
Check it out. The characters in this film, James Earl Jones and Madge Sinclair, are most regal in their portrayal of the king and queen of Zumunda. Bet money they what you think of when it comes to African royalty. Their display of dignity and grace has been unmatched. So you mean to tell me, if black people would pronounce our words like white people, we would sound royal?
So, you see, my son, there is a very fine line between love and nausea.
Akeem and Semmi, if nothing else, come off like brothers. Akeem is rebellious, while Semmi is rather lustful. Kinda like the king.
My intellect as well as my lawyers.
Akeem is definitely sheltered, and because of this, he's a bit naive. Semmi, on the other hand, who is in the position of servant, acts more like Darren if he was likable and secure.
I worship the devil.
Lisa McDowell, she was a bat. Beautiful African princess. Remember that?
Next time, you and my father.
Strong-minded, business-oriented, charitable. She was just like a Disney princess. And her dad was Mr. McDowell, played by John Amos. Both fathers, Mr. McDowell and King Jaffe, were archetypes of the same characters. I would even say next to each other, it was like pre-America and current America, with Mr. McDowell being the latter. Stay woke. The antagonist of the movie was Darren. Your basic rich kid. He's condescending, cowardly, and living off his family name. But he don't support the struggle. More problematic than progressive. He's the type that thinks Africans are uncivilized while endorsing products that make you look ridiculous. By the way, did he smash Lisa's sister?
Lisa dumped me.
Oh, I know. First thing we have to do is get you out of these wet clothes.
Check it out. When you see it, Paula Abdul choreographed that intro. It was so dope, Busta had to pay homage to it in his video. Speaking of paying homage, Coming to America paid homage to Roots. Check it out. When I came into the barbershop, the Jewish version of Eddie called Akeem Young Kunta Kinte. Well, Lisa's dad, John Amos, he played Kunta Kinte as an adult. Low-key, I found it interesting to see the dynamic between blacks and Africans. In a lot of cases, Africans see themselves as the unadulterated versions of blacks in America. It's played like it's a royalty thing while she's beneath them, like she's not royal blood, but really she's not 100% African. A real concern to Africans that come to America is mingling with stereotypical black people. So to see this juxtaposed for public consumption was bold, which is perhaps why they live happily ever after in Africa. When it comes to Akeem, his choices was ultimately true love
Because I wanted you to love me for who I am.
or loyalty.
Ever since I was
Somebody with supreme obedience
trained to serve you.
or someone with their own goals and interests.
The royal penis is clean.
I wonder why he couldn't have both. I mean, Akeem's mother, before she was queen, she was trained in the same process as the arranged wife. I imagine the process would be the same. Maybe Akeem should have trusted the process instead of
Over the
rebelling.
years, I have grown to love your father very much.
While watching, I wondered, was Akeem and Semmi half brothers? Step brothers, you know? Because A, what did Semmi mean by all royal robes? Good said our royal robes. B, you remember during breakfast, Akeem and Semmi was wearing similar polo uniforms. Akeem's number is number 1, denoting his rank as the firstborn. Semmi's number is number 4. Wouldn't that denote his rank as the fourthborn? That means 2 other little stepbrothers running around probably.
I was just remarking to my mother the other day what lovely skin the queen had.
Sure, I give you, the queen ain't his mom's. But the king said,
You had sex with your bathers. I know I do.
like he just be having sex with his concubines and everything.
Do you not have some
So Semmi could be son of the king's concubine, making him a king's
I
brother.
was just about to take the birthday boy.
Imagine that.
Work it.
In some ways,
Excuse me, Father.
this film was like Trading Places. It's in the same universe. Matter of fact, the 2 investors that went broke in Trading Places are in this film. Both films are directed by the same guy, David Sheffield. Him and Eddie constructed a story where the rich become poor, much like The Prince and the Pauper, in which a boy prince lives like a poor person.
I'm still not talking.
Y'all remember that book by Mark Twain? Disney did a movie on it too.
Mortimer, we're back. To America.
It's with humor that this film asks the viewers what it is that they want from a suitor. Someone that's only interested in you, or someone more into what you are, what you represent.
So you would share your bed and your fortune with a beautiful fool.
That is the way it has always been with men of power. It is tradition.
It also encourages the viewer to
Yes, he
question,
must work very
is love
hard.
about more
The
than
prince
money
is
or
so
resources?
Work hard.
Or is it just a
No
feeling of
way.
familiarity?
Father's
Familiarity?
invention.
Familiarity? Y'all know what I'm trying to say.
What he wants. How are you going to compete with that?
At the end, when they was riding off into the sunset, so to say,
It's just for me.
Lisa said she wouldn't give it all up. What did she mean by that? You still don't get it? Check it out. With Coming to America,
See, I'm
it's hard to
washing
measure the
lettuce.
cultural impact
Soon I'll be on fries.
of this
And
film.
grill.
But it was tremendous. From Kanye West to PBS Little Einsteins, Coming to America had an influence on them. In this movie, Eddie didn't reinvent the wheel.
Wait a second.
He showed how you look good using
A
it.
man has the right
Before this,
to change his
Eddie
name
only played a
to
couple different
whatever he
characters on
wants to change
SNL.
it to. And if a man wants to be called Muhammad Ali, God damn it, this is a free
In this
country.
film,
You should
Arsenio and
respect
Eddie
wishes
both played
and call the
several
man
roles.
Muhammad
Him
Ali.
and Sexual Chocolate was the funniest in my opinion. At that time, him and Rick James was real close.
Good and
So
terrible.
when Eddie was writing the movie,
I believe the children are
inserting Sexual Chocolate was his way of making fun of his friend. Sexual Chocolate is basically a Rick James parody.
Damn, that boy can sing.
You must be crazy.
He good.
Now y'all know Wendy's always looking for beef. Wait until they find out that all the McDowell scenes in the movie was filmed inside of one. Also, all the real ones know when Semmi pumped Samuel L. Jackson's shotgun, it emptied the chamber. So at the time, he was pointing an unloaded gun at him. Kind of funny. When you go back and watch it, it's a dope movie. They just re-released the HD version.
This is beautiful. What is that, velvet?
Check it out. I don't know why it's funny to me that besides Louis Anderson, Eddie plays the only other white guy in this movie. And while you got me talking, it's funny how Zamunda was named after Bob Zumond, all black nation, named after a white guy. Another thing that was funny, so this African prince leaves Africa and goes to the land of Queens, as he calls it, a place named after a white woman. And beautiful to me. How's an African prince going to an area in New York named for one of the wives of King Charles II of England? It's kind of funny, right? Yeah? No? Nope. Okay, we moving on. They almost came out with a Coming to America TV show. In 1989, a Coming to America sitcom was attempted with Tommy Davidson as the brother of the king. And it failed tragically. CBS was too quick to pull the plug on that
I
idea.
just don't think my brother sending me to New York was a good idea.
You are the royal prince of Zamunda. You will.
Nonetheless, Disney thought James Earl Jones and Madge Sinclair played royalty so well, they used them in The Lion King as Mufasa and Sarabi. I hope I said her name right. Simba's parents. Look, love will make you happy, but choose wisely. How many of you all had to recite The Greatest Love of All, the Whitney Houston song, for your graduation? Y'all know that was like the I Believe I Can Fly This Time, right? At the very end of the movie, was Queen Aoleon flirting with Lisa's dad at the end? What was that look about? Look,
Damn shame what they did to
I'm
that
Fox.
dog.
This is Check It Out. Like, share, and subscribe so the big homie can survive. Appreciate you. Be cool.